Yo, this your boy Quentin.
And it's your girl Regina, and welcome to Conscious at Night Live.
Yo, what is up with everyone? We got a good topic today, y'all.
Yes.
We got a good topic
Hope y'all
today.
ready.
Yo, we pretty much just basing everything from the question of is life happening to me or is it happening through me? But first, yo, how are y'all, yo? How's everybody doing today? Everybody having like a smooth, like general, just a smooth day. Like today is supposed to be like 11/11.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like where you just get to create, manifest, and everything about your reality. In a sense, you get to just, in a sense, do whatever you want to do. In a sense of creating how you want to create by
Mm-hmm.
being who you are. So to answer the question, is life happening to me or through me? I'm gonna be honest, like, although it might like seem very like complex at times, it really is very complex because life is both happening to you and through you.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Life is happening through you and to you based on the level of thinking you have.
Yes, based on your conscious, your awareness. What's in your mind? What's going on? Yeah, what's going
I like
on?
it. I like it. I like it. And I am here for that, yo. What's
Yes.
going on, yo?
Yeah.
So yes, life is happening to you, and also life is happening through you. So again, it is depending on the dimension of thinking that you have, that you are aware of. Meaning, if you are in a lower vibrational state of thinking,
Mm-hmm.
10 times out of 10, life is happening to you
Mm-hmm.
until it becomes 9 out of 10 and 8 out of 10 and 7, and then it just decreases.
Right.
And but your awareness is going up and getting much lighter, and now you are aware that you are actually the one creating the reality you are experiencing. Not because you are a bad person or not because of, oh man, because I did this 10 years ago, nah, this has happened because karma, and man, life is a beep. Like, nah, it's none of that. It's none of that. Like, nothing exists outside of you in a higher state of thinking.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But everything is individualized when you are in a lower vibrational energy.
Yeah.
Things are happening to you, so you are reacting to it in a lower
Right.
vibrational state. So it will be hard to control our emotions when we are in a lower vibrational state because life is happening to us. And so out of response, we are emotionally from our soul, our gut, we are emotionally responding to life as though it is happening to us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But okay, Quentin, like how not is life happening then? Like, what do you mean? Like, so you mean to tell me that I'm creating everything that is happening to me? Like that don't even make sense. Like, why would I create this? Why would I create that?
Right.
Like, why would I create a car accident? Why would I create a funeral? Why would I create a death? Like, why would I create, like, shoot,
All
be
of this
gaining
stuff.
weight? Yeah, like
Yeah.
why would I create all of this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about waking up and you know what I'm saying, and being like, I want to gain 200 pounds today. Like, no one's doing that.
No.
And that ain't even happening. If that was happening like that, that'd be crazy. But
Yeah.
that's not happening like that.
Right.
So now it's kind of like, how am I literally creating this bad stuff that is happening in my life?
Perceived bad stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perceived bad. Like, how am I creating all of this stuff that's happening that I'm interpreting bad?
Yeah.
The only way to interpret anything is by thought. So if
Mm-hmm.
you're able to interpret bad through your thinking, then you are able to also create from your thinking. Whatever a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. An attitude.
Yeah.
So that means something. That means your mind has created something, right? Your conscious, right? Your conscious has created a reality and a thought. That thought has been sent down and to communicate to the soul, your gut, to experience the emotional response to, hey, what do you think about this reality? The soul therefore gives you the emotional response, whether it be fear or whether it be joy. It gives you an emotional response. You take that emotional response and bam, connect it to the thought, and now the thought becomes a reality based on the emotional response. That is how the movie is played out. Now, if it's a joyful emotional response from the soul, then most likely your reality, your movie will be played on Hallmark.
Yeah.
It will be a Hallmark movie. It will be a love movie, right? It will be a
Yeah.
joyful movie, right? It will be one of those holiday movies or those love stories. But if your soul responded in fear,
Right.
it will be a horror film. It would be one of those movies where you just like, dang, man. Like, why Ricky had to go through that on Boys in the Hood? Like, jeez, bro, Ricky. Like, bro, everybody was like, I don't know what was worse. Like, Ricky off Boys in the Hood or Twilight when old boy got his head. Man, what was that? That was the final one? That was the final Twilight, yo. Twilight. Shout out to Twilight, yo. Hey, if you got any Twilight people in the live, like, leave a like, yo. But yo, like, we will create our own realities based on our thinking. When the thinking is therefore transferred down to the soul, and the soul therefore gives its emotional response. Your soul is your energy, yo. This is the nervous system. This is how we feel. This is your energy. This is your emotions, your energy and motion. So once the energy and motion connects with the thought and the emotions therefore becomes a reality experienced. Now again, whether the feeling was fearful or whether if it was joyful or blissful, that will be the type of movie you will experience.
Yeah.
But that takes an awareness of that actually taking place. If it is not understood with a higher version of awareness than you have currently, then yes, life is happening to you.
To you, right.
When life is only understood from the soul, life is happening to you. When life is understood from the higher consciousness, the pineal gland, the kingdom of God, when your reality is interpreted from the kingdom of God within you, life is happening through you.
Yeah.
Because it is understood from the higher you, not the lower you, from the soul.
Just think of it like when life is happening to you, when it's perceived like that because you're just functioning from your soul, only from your soul, then it's easy to be perceived as something that's out of your hands. But when you are vibrating and functioning from a higher thinking, a higher state of conscious, you know who has the pen.
Yeah.
You know that this is all you.
Yeah.
Filling in the lines in this story.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a completely different ball game.
Completely different ball game, yo.
But awareness.
That's what it takes. It's not like it's bad, yo. Like don't hear us in the wrong light. It is not bad, it is not wrong to have life happening to you. It is an experience nevertheless, but it is not wrong. It is just an experience that you actually consider more favorably of experiencing that way than it being an experience of it happening through you. Some people prefer to just be like, I don't want to know that. Nah, I'm cool. Like, just let me keep my ignorance, because in my ignorance, that is my state where I find blissfulness. I don't find joy in knowing. So just leave me blank, please. Walk right past me. I don't want to know. Like,
Right.
and that is perfectly fine. Like, that's perfectly okay to have your reserve and just be like, nah, I'm chill. I'm gonna just coast through this, because honestly, like, I rather not go down certain rabbit holes, because I don't know if I can take everything that I'm going to be like hit with. I don't know if I'm going to be able to take all of this knowledge. Like, it's a lot. Like, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to deny myself the way that I know I'm going to have to. Like, I don't know if I'm ready to give up certain things. I don't honestly know if I'm ready to die to myself. I don't know.
Yeah. Those old ways of thinking, those things that if you want to evolve and progress,
Yeah,
there's
man.
no way you can if you're going to keep the same mindset.
No. It's impossible.
If you don't want to be a rapper or you don't want to be a teacher or whatever anymore, hey, your thinking's got to change.
Yeah.
For one, if you want to pursue something else,
You
you gotta be
get
it. You
knowledgeable.
gotta
Yeah.
become it. Gotta become it.
Yeah, you do. I mean, unless you just winging it, and you just for real, like, but you can't live life like that. You really could if you.
Yeah.
But it's just how you create everything for yourself because you create the concepts that you live by.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You create every concept that you live by. You give it meaning. You give it meaning. Like life is literally an illusion until you become aware of the power you give it to exist.
Yes. And then that's when you know that you are magical. That's what I
Yeah.
told him the other day. Like, man, I realized that
She is magical.
I am magical.
Sprinkle the magic dust over
Like, you have no idea. You are magical.
You are,
like,
yo.
you really are.
You really
Don't settle. Enjoy experience as you choose.
Yeah.
But just know you're magical.
You really are. And listen, like heaven wouldn't be heaven if it wasn't meant for you to enjoy.
Yeah.
Heaven is only turned into hell due to ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
You would think a swing is supposed to hurt you if all you saw was people falling off of it and crying.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You would think a sliding board is supposed to hurt you if all you see is people flying off the end of it.
Right.
Seriously,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
you would think the wood chips is there to give you splinters if all you see is it just sticking in people's bodies and they're crying. You wouldn't want to go to a playground. You'd think a playground is like for real. It's worse than the choker from Matilda.
The chokey.
The chokey, yeah. Get in there, choking. Like, yeah, we wouldn't never go to a playground if that's all we saw it to be.
Heck no.
I wouldn't.
Heck no.
Yeah.
I mean, no.
I didn't even want to go to the ones where, like, it had one broke swing and then one working. Like, I ain't. Yeah.
You don't think the other one might break?
No, seriously, it was like not back when I was young. I ain't care where we had like a little seesaw thingy outside of the jets.
Yeah.
That was super fun to get
Those
on.
were fun. I didn't come by those often though, but they were fun.
They were fun, but I ain't like who I had to ride it with because they would go all the way down. I'm up in the air and then they'll just get off of that joint and I'm coming flying down like. I'm telling you, like, if I was big if I was a big chunker when that was happening, bro, I'm telling you, yo.
Talk about butt hurt.
Oh, dude, I was butt hurt, bro. Like, and then you want to get off and chase them, but you can't because your butt hurt, and it's just like, dude, yeah, I'm chilling.
Right.
I'm gonna wait. Because when you up in the air, oh my lord, I'm not just getting off. I'm making sure it go all the way down fast, bro. I was petty. I was very petty. And so life was happening to me, y'all, for real. Mm-hmm. And seriously, like, I allow life to still happen to me because I enjoy the experience. Like, you won't be much of God if you are not aware of yourself being able to experience yourself in a state of light or in a state of dark. Mm-hmm. You can't be much God for yourself and to yourself and an awareness of yourself if you can't experience both light and darkness without judging yourself. That is the embodiment of love and acceptance.
Yeah.
It's knowing that you can experience both light and dark and have the ability to judge yourself and not.
Mm-hmm. And isn't God love? Isn't God
Mm-hmm.
unconditional love?
Sure.
So, yeah, that's nothing but God. Pure acceptance,
Mm-hmm.
pure love. That's God. Whether you're in the light or the dark, experiencing yourself doesn't change who you are.
No,
Only thing that changes is awareness.
that's the only thing.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, nothing. One thing I'm realizing, nothing changes but our perspective. And the reason why, it sounds crazy, I'm telling you, it sounds crazy, yo. But nothing actually exists. So there's no need for change to take place. The only thing that is necessary to only take place is the changing of how we think, because everything is literally designed and function and operating based on it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is the only. Seriously, if nothing changed with your thinking, your life remains
Mm-hmm.
as is.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the moment your thinking changes, your life will therefore change too. I'm telling you, like,
Absolutely.
I'm from characters,
Mm.
from the movie plot, the concept changes.
Yeah.
Like the whole entire construct flips.
Yeah.
It's like, all right. Look, we were letting you guys like freestyle this thing, you know, improv. But
Mm-hmm.
now the producer actually wants to take over and actually give you guys a completely new script, completely new scene, and we just want to start off fresh and we want to get this thing exciting. We want to get the Rotten Tomatoes up, like.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is how we change the reality. We remember that we are the producer of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
The idea comes from us.
Yes. Yes.
So the idea becomes, the consciousness becomes word. It is written. And that
Mm-hmm.
word is the consciousness. It was the idea that was written. So now we need some characters. We need some actors, yo.
We needed to become flesh.
Yeah.
The word.
How can we get this word that was consciousness, or that was the idea? How can we get this idea that became word to become flesh now? We gotta get some actors to play out this construct.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what reality is for you when you see from a higher perspective.
Yeah.
Your vibrational frequency is creating that reality for you. That's why you don't have to bite your lip trying to be a better Christian, because that is a concept from a construct of religion.
Mm-hmm.
That is basically saying, hey, if you want to be here and be lazy, here's religion.
Mm-hmm. We'll give you something to go by, to live
Yes.
by.
Yes. You think you have to be God here? No. You can be a churchgoer, you can be a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Follow me. The door is open on Sunday. And Saturdays if you're really ignorant.
Wait. Bible study on Tuesdays.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Singing or something service on Thursday.
Oh, and then don't forget Wild Wednesdays.
Oh my.
Yeah. And Friday night service, child.
No.
We'll give y'all Monday off. Maybe Saturday, but don't forget rehearsal Saturday morning. Well, that's only if y'all into that dark stuff, you know. That's only if y'all into it. And ain't nothing wrong with it. It ain't nothing, listen, it'll keep you out of some trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can get into other concepts.
Yeah. I mean, religion played a part in our lives.
Heck yeah,
It did. It no longer does now, just because we know more. we know more of who we are and what is actually going on.
Yeah.
Religion didn't teach us that. Religion didn't teach us who we are. Religion didn't teach us to go within to find the kingdom of God, to know who we are. It didn't do that. It didn't serve us that at all on the plate, because it had its own construct. It had its own system. its own way of managing and controlling the
Hmm.
masses.
And all we needed to do was just plug into it, and we were straight.
Yeah.
We'll take it from here, guys.
Hmm.
Trust me. If you stay long enough, we're gonna scare the hell in you. Especially you. Like that was that, and but it was the darkness that led us to light.
Yeah, it really was. So it had its part.
Definitely, and it played a good part.
Mm.
I mean, like when we see it from a higher perspective, we like, yo, believe it or not, like church played a part of my salvation because without it, I wouldn't have been able to have nothing to step on as a footstool to ascend to a higher thinking, a higher perspective, a higher level of seeing things.
Mm.
So that inner me became my footstool so that I can stand up on and actually see from a different perspective.
Yeah.
And so where most will call that a bad experience, nah, I mean, if you want to judge it in a dualistic way, why not call it good? And it came from you. It was the goodness of God that led you to changing the way you seeing things. You ascended. You think different now. You repented.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, if you want to call it something, if you must judge it,
Right.
it did exactly what it was supposed to do, right? Don't you see?
Mm-hmm.
You see better. You
Mm-hmm.
see clearer.
Yes.
There's more alignment taking place within you. Now you know like the difference between your your consciousness, your ability to think, you as God, the kingdom of God, the pineal gland, your consciousness. Now you know the difference between that. Now you know the difference between your soul, your gut, your stomach,
Mm-hmm.
where your energy comes from, the nervous system, how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know the difference between your body, the very thing that we are in, the lower vibrational matter of our consciousness. So we are the three, we are the Trinity. The mind representing the consciousness, the spirit representing the soul, the gut, the
Mm-hmm.
emotions, the energy,
Mm-hmm.
and the body representing the ship, the starship that you are here.
Flesh made manifest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just God in low vibrational form,
Yes.
in its own frequency, given its own faith, its own measure of faith. Everyone was given their own measure of light.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone. So the light that we bear, the faith that we bear, we all come with different colors, but we all make it one rainbow when we stand together.
We are God.
Yeah, yeah. But we do create our own realities, and because we create our own realities, whether we know it or not, like karma is not something that exists outside of us that happens to us when we get to a point of like, oh man, I've done something and now I'm afraid that something is going to happen back to me. No, what is karmic is the vibrational energy that you live from. Like you live from a particular energy that you create within inside of your soul due to the consciousness giving its conscious thought to the soul to experience a reality as such. So when you have a negative emotion, then you are giving off a negative vibration. When you are giving off a negative vibration, understand the movie that you are creating will be a negative movie.
Mm-hmm.
It will be the exact movie that you are labeling it as. If it is supposed to make you afraid, you will feel fear or anxiety or stress. If you want a horror movie, that will be the energy that you will be in frequency of. And we don't need to go into other energies, but that's the type of movies and realities that you will create for yourself, that you will experience ultimately. Now, things come into your reality because you create them. But if you forgot that you created them, it's not that you forgot that you created the thought, it's that you was not paying attention to the emotional frequency that you were in to identify it properly. That is something that we have to become keen on, and remembering who we are, making sure that we are in the right vibration for the realities that we created for ourselves. Because if we are not in the right frequency, we will ignore the realities that we are creating for ourselves because we don't see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a light quote that came to me, and it was, I am experiencing life never while never forgetting who I am. That is so key. And remembering who you are and that you are the one that is creating all of this.
Yeah.
Like, so key.
It would benefit us to really understand, especially if we want to get more aware and become more aware of us creating our own realities. It would benefit us to know that we can take accountability of everything that has ever happened into our realities.
Yeah.
We can benefit just through awareness. We can, and it's as simple as like just asking. I know some people may not believe in angels, but just know like it ain't some figure of thing where it's like outside of you. It's like not some big human chicken. It is literally the angles inside of you. Like literally, like for guys, it would be our sperm in a sense. You know, the little swimmers. They swim up your spinal cord, pass through the pineal gland, depending on if it is decalcified, and sit itself at the right hemisphere of your brain and give you Christ messages. It's called chrism. For women, it is the exact same thing. It's just slightly different due to genetics. So we all have it. It's called cerebrospinal fluid, in other words. We all have that. And so that is our angels. All we have to do is literally just ask our angels what it is that we want to know. For example, like, yo, I want to know what this whole God thing about. Like, I've been hearing I am God. I've been hearing I create my own reality. All right, angels, this is crazy. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be doing this. But at this point, what's the worst that can happen or can come from this, right? Nothing, right? So it's like I'm just going, angels, I want to know if I'm God or not.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know and if I am God, how am I God? Why am I God? And just like help me really just like receive this if I am. And then also, if I create my own reality, show me how and give me the authority to be able to take my authority back and start creating the reality that I choose.
Mm-hmm.
But also help me to become more aware of myself so that I can accept the reality that I create.
Yes. For sure.
So, yeah, I would want to just like, that would be a way where I would start. Like, I'm starting there because I really want to know, like, is this possible that I have angelic beings living inside of me and that when God speaks, creation takes place and the angels are the ones that is creating the reality through my vibrational frequency. Like, yo, this stuff is working, yo. This stuff literally works exactly the way we couldn't see it in Genesis when God said, let there be light, when God spoke and creation took place.
Mm-hmm.
We see it in our realities, but ain't nobody telling us what's going on. Like, we be like, man, have y'all ever like spoke something to existence, or man, you like had a dream about something and it was just like, yo, I had a dream about something and it literally like happened, or I spoke something and it literally just happened like that, and it was like trippy, yo, like,
Mm-hmm.
because if that has happened to you, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep. Or that intuition moment, like where it's just like, I don't know why, but something's telling me I need to
Yeah,
do this.
yeah,
Or
yeah, man.
yeah, like I knew it.
And listen, this is, and this, let me be blunt about something too. Like, when you have like quote unquote premonitions, you're not thinking something actually in existence. That thought already exists. You just agreed to it, and then it took place in your reality. It's almost like, have you ever watched a movie, a crazy scary movie? Like for example, I watched Leprechaun when I was very young.
Me too. Had a terrible experience.
Unfortunately, I didn't have a choice. It was on the TV. And I didn't want to go to bed. So I watched the Leprechaun, and this little thing scared the for real, like the Sahara Desert out of my drawers. Like it scared the living crap out of me because first of all, I ain't never saw something my height so ugly, nasty looking teeth. Oh my lord. The how the teeth was so brown and like sharp, bro, and then he had the wrinkles in his face, and he smiled like a light skin. He smiled more than a light skin dude, I promise you. And it's just like, bro, he smiles. He wasn't trying to be scary, y'all. Like but his face was so bad looking. Like that had to be the worst.
Oh.
That face to me was worse than Freddy Krueger's face. Seriously. And then his voice, that's me go now, give it back. And it was just like, bro, man, like, but at the same time, like, I was more afraid of him because he was my height and he was ugly. And it was just like, bro, like, that was scary to me. And I had nightmares because of that.
Oh yeah.
So it was like, but I wouldn't have never had nightmares of something that I did not have inside of my mind.
Right.
Like I gave him a life to exist in my own mind, in my own my heaven.
Yeah. It's like you took a thought of it and you went further even with it. You start thinking about, oh, what if this happened, or it'd be crazy if this happened. Like you start creating scenarios.
Yeah, man. And those scenarios, they come true, yo. I'm gonna be honest, they come
do.
true. I wouldn't have never had a dream if I wasn't afraid of this. Trust me. And then it got worse because then I ended up watching Nightmare on Elm Street. And oh my lord. That joint, it was, cause now you like, bro, I can't go to sleep, bro.
Go to sleep now.
Nah, cause if I can't, and then I can't stay up, cause then the leprechaun gonna get me. So it's just like, bro, what am I to do now? Like,
yeah,
I don't know whether I should go to sleep or cause dude, if I go to sleep, it's over with. I already know, bro. I'm not waking up. So, and that was my thinking back then. And then I was a child too, yo. So that stuff was, dude, for crying, I believed in Santa Claus, yo. So it was real easy for me to believe in some Freddy Krueger. Listen, man, we came through some stuff, yo.
Yeah.
We came through. Y'all don't understand like how this stuff really can play a part in your conscious experience, yo.
Yeah.
It ain't bad, but
if you think on it long enough and put that emotion with it,
bro, like who wants to go to sleep thinking about Freddy, bro? Like what? Especially when you don't know you create your own reality.
Right.
Ain't no way, yo. Ain't no way.
It
but
can be scary when you don't know.
Yeah, when you don't know, it's definitely to a point where it's like you really just kind of coasting for real, man. You just coast for real. So yeah, like that's what I would pretty much kind of like leave with, like just knowing that we create our realities. When we know that we create our own reality, we hold ourselves accountable to a higher degree of dimensional thinking. Meaning that everything we are experiencing, because we are creating it, where is the creation stemming from? As long as we know where the creation is stemming from, we can hold ourselves to that higher degree of thinking. Creation is experience and being created from the consciousness and its soul, the stomach, the gut, the solar plexus. Once those two are in alignment, then the reality becomes the projection. The projection becomes the life. Now the emotions, as long as you stay within that frequency, the emotions grabs a hold of that life and it brings it back to you. It's almost like you become the magnet to that vibrational reality.
Which we are electromagnetic.
Yes.
So we
Yes.
put it out, it comes back. What are we putting out though? To come back to us, to show up in front of us.
Yeah. And remember, when a magnet connects, a positive side is not coming, it's not drawing another positive side, yo. It's not. Remember, the things that come into your reality are the lowest form of vibration. The very thing that created is the highest form of vibration. So you are the positive vibration that is attracting the negative vibration or reality to your life. And the only reason why you get to experience it as heaven is because you changed the way you think about your reality. You are the alchemist of your creation. It's how you determine the reality based on the frequency you choose to live in. So we gotta really, really, really give ourselves a little bit more room, give ourselves a little bit more breathing room to realize that it's just me creating a reality that maybe if I'm in a right vibrational frequency, in a sense of in a consistent frequency, then I won't, in a sense, experience ups and downs of realities to where it's a little more confusing, to where I'm more so experience a consistent reality, to where I know and I'm more aware of myself in a consistent way. It's hard to know yourself when all we are, in a sense, experiences the inconsistencies of God.
Yeah. Staying here up and down, toss to and fro. You find that you're reacting instead of responding
Yeah.
to what's before you, what comes up, what you see come across, what you attract.
Yeah, because you don't have to stay in the same. Listen, you can create a reality and not have to experience it. You don't. I remember what was it? Michael Jackson. It was a song he made. He thought of it. He called his agent and told the agent like, "Yo, you got to write this down." The agent was like, "All right, it's 3 in the morning. We'll do it. We'll do it first thing when we wake up." He was like, "No, you got to do this now because if we don't write this down now, Prince is going to get it and he's going to write it." So even when a thought comes to you, if you don't take that thought captive and do something with it, then the thought goes to a different one experiencing it within your reality that you created there. Or if they're not in your reality, you will eventually see that thought. I know for sure, me and a close friend of mine, like a brother, yo, we wanted to create a movie when we were young, and we never acted on it. And then maybe a year, two later, the movie came out. I won't say it, but the movie came out, and we looked at each other like, yo, man, I just wish we were in a position to where we would have talked to someone, got that copywritten, and yeah, like patenting and all of that. Like we
Wow.
But we just didn't. We didn't. We were young. I don't even think we were teenagers. And if I said the movie, everybody would know, and they'd just be like, "Yeah, right." But I'm telling you, like, that was wild. But I knew, like, if we don't plug into things, if we don't plug into the thoughts, meaning we just let them just whatever, then the reality there depends on the frequency that the thought was created in. But the thing is, if the frequency is no longer there, how can the thought or life be experienced? So, but you can be on your way to that reality, but your frequency could still fluctuate in, fluctuate out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if it is fluctuating in, then I mean, then your vibration is not as expanded. So that means you're gonna start living a lower vibrational life because the vibration is more inwardly. It's less vibrant. But the more vibrant it becomes, the more higher vibration of your reality is experienced on the way to that thought. But if that thought was created in a sense in a level 10 vibration,
Mm-hmm.
but you spend in life in a level 7, you ain't gonna experience that level 10 vibrational reality that you created in the level 10 energetic field or frequency. You will not experience that reality.
You have to match it in order to experience it.
Yeah. Yeah, like,
So when we say keep your vibes high,
or stay in the present. It's not stay in the present moment. That's not what we're saying, because that is an illusion and that can lead you into being stagnant. Stay in the present vibration that you want to experience reality in. Because if you don't, and again, you create a reality at a level 12, but you don't spend time in that vibrational frequency at a level 12, you won't experience level 12 reality. If you in a level 4, then that's all the reality that you're going to experience is level 4 reality. So therefore, you don't have to put expectation on yourself nor anyone else, because you're going to know, hey, if someone is trying to experience a higher vibrational reality in a sense of a level 10, but they are only in a level 3 vibrational reality, you already know, like, listen, you putting too much expectation on yourself. The only way you're going to experience the reality that you want to experience is if you ascend to that level. If it's at a level 10, get to the level 10, you'll experience it. Well, how do I get to a level 10? Die so that you can live there.
let go of what can't serve you.
That's it. Because maybe what you are looking for, you will not be able to see until you are able to see where you are aware of where you need to be.
Yep. Yeah. If you can't perceive it, there's no way you can experience it.
And if you can't be it, there's no way you can do it.
Nope. Yeah, sure.
You won't be able to do life if you can't be it. But if you can't see it, you can never become it. It has to be something that is perceived. But once it's perceived, don't just leave it as something that you saw. Especially if it's something that you want or you desire or that could bring you excitement or joy. Because if you sent that thought down to your soul, your gut, your stomach, your solar plexus, if you sent that thought down there and your soul was like, oh, okay, yo, let's do this. I'm with that. I agree with that. Yo, amen. Let's go.
Yeah.
And you like,
But let me take a nap.
yeah,
let me just.
Yeah, let me think about it.
Yeah.
You know, or let me think on some other stuff. Wait, why are you thinking of other stuff? No, I don't want to think about this. No, not that. No, go back to the other thought. No, not this one. Oh, no, not that one either. Wait, why you go to this one? This is not this. You clearly know that this is don't get me excited no more.
Right.
Man, we were just at a level 13 on vibration. Didn't you feel that joy that I just gave you? Why you wanted to go back to a 9? No. Go back up. Man, don't you want me to vibrate higher? We were finally aligned with each other. We were finally connected, and then you go back here. I don't want to be that person no more. All right, well, if that's what you want, I'm just your soul. I'm just your emotions. I'm just the ocean.
It might get rocky.
Yeah, but as long as you're able to accept me like you once did from this place, then all is well. Because you know that you are creating me. And I'm just aligning with exactly what you show me. And I'm responding to it. If I like it, I'm going to tell you. If I don't, I'm going to tell you. But just know when I tell you and you still want to go with it, just know the life that we about to live together as consciousness and soul, as light, as dark. as God, as the devil, as I, as am. So yes, life is happening both through you and also to you, depending on the level of consciousness and the awareness that one expresses.
Yes. Agree, agree, agree.
So, yeah, I mean, guys, if y'all got any questions, yo, throw the questions out there, yo.
Yeah.
We always want to create that space for all our viewers to, if they got any questions, to throw them out there. Someone asking some crazy questions in the chat, yo. I'm gonna just be honest with you, yo. Like, everyone is all things when everyone sees clear, and all things aren't necessary until they are created to be. Yeah, but outside of that, yo, the best thing that I've experienced so far on my journey is knowing that we create our own realities. Like, I create my own reality. It's like, oh, cool. And how I do that, and I just think and perceive what I can within the frequency that I'm in. And I make sure, like, hey, if I want to experience higher vibrational realities, I make sure I'm in a high vibrational state of thinking. What you know is the vibrational state you'll be in, because what you know is how you'll be able to think. Depending on what you know is the level of thinking you'll have. The level of thinking you have will depend on the thoughts that go to your soul and the emotions that your soul can, in a sense, vibrate in. Do you bring a low vibrational thought to your soul gonna give you a low vibrational feeling. Bring a high vibrational thought to your soul will give it a high vibrational experience of feeling. But if you forget the feeling, then it goes back to the low vibrational thought, then your soul goes with it.
Yes.
Your soul like, I ain't forget. I don't want to feel like this no more. I done told you, but dude, you forgot. So it's just like, well, shoot, if you remember, then I don't have to feel like this. You the one got to transmute me, consciousness.
Starts from up here.
Yeah.
It works its way down to here where I'm at.
Started from the bottom. No, it didn't. It started from up there. You sent the thought down to me. Remember, the Christ came down.
Yes. The Word, and the Word became flesh.
I'm the down version of Christ. So it's two of us here from the standpoint of illusion. But we're working as one and the same.
Hand in hand, all the way, whether we're up
All the way.
or whether we're down in our experiences.
Yeah, God doesn't have an ending until God changes the concept of his experience. So the moment we realize who we want to be, as we realize that we are God, then we will vibrate in that frequency. And whenever you are ready to experience something much more greater than the frequency that you are in, just know that it's going to take more knowledge of oneself to experience a higher vibrational reality of that version of heaven you seek to exist in as God. It is not that heaven won't become earth, because that heaven will become earth as long as it is within the frequency of which it created the heaven in. The earth will follow suit of its created heaven. The earth is just a reflection. The earth is just a reflection of heaven. Everything that's played out on earth is the will that was written in heaven. That will be done on earth as it was written in heaven. Where earth exists is where the will can be done from heaven. That is the meaning of earth to exist. Earth only exists to fulfill what heaven has written for it. So if Earth is the lower vibrational form of matter to its heaven, then we only exist to live out the will that we created for ourselves to experience as the character being written by the author.
Facts.
So, anything you want to leave them with?
Just remember that it's your story.
Mm-hmm.
You're writing the script for yourself. You can flip the script. You can change it at any moment. It's all up to you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you see that your life is playing out in a way that you would not desire for it to be, then take time and do some shadow work. Spend some time with yourself. Address those things that maybe make you feel uncomfortable or
Mm-hmm.
that you may be in fear of. Sit with that. Let it go. Accept it.
Mm-hmm.
Transmute it back to who you know you truly are. You're God. There's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
There's just how you want to experience yourself in this 3D form. So, whatever that is, decide how you want to spend your reality, your life, and what you want to create for yourself, and go from there.
There you go.
You're writing it,
Mm-hmm.
it's all in your hands.
I like that, yo. Yo, remember, yo, we know together.
We grow together.
Thanks for tuning in to Conscious at Night Live, guys. And remember, stay calm, folks. Love you guys.